Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of another Hexacopter. This one is a Nano, micro Nano, somewhere in between that. This is the WLToys Q272. Now, I did initial flights with this indoors last night, and one thing, I'm kind of very impressed with this quadcopter in that its throttle control is very nice and proportional, which means you don't get these large, when you give it a little throttle, it takes off to the sky, and you try to reduce that throttle and it drops back down to the ground. No, the throttle on this is nice and gradual. It's nice and smooth. As you go up, it'll go up smoothly. As you reduce the throttle, it'll come down smoothly. So that's one good thing I like about it. Another thing I like about it is the price. It's reasonably priced at about a little over $20, about $22, I believe. Other features it has includes headless mode by acting this button here. It does flips, of course, and this button here is your high and low. So enough talk. Let's just go into flying this thing to demonstrate what I mean about this little Hexacopter. Okay, first off, let me bind it on a reasonably flat surface. And I'm going to start off in low, and I also want to hand toss it. I like to hand toss these things. And it hand tosses very nicely. What an expert today, because we're outdoors. It is a nice, smooth little flyer. If you're a beginner and you want to learn to fly with a Hexacopter, if you're interested in Hexacopters, this is a good one. Very nice, smooth flyer. Now, I'm in high rate again. Let's bring it in close and show you what the yaw rate is at high. That's beginner's yaw rate, and that's high yaw rate, intermediate. Oops, sorry about that. I dropped the throttle way too quickly there. No damage. Going back up. Now, range on this, I believe, is 50 meters advertised. Let's see that. Okay, I'm out about 50 meters. Yeah, and it dropped there. So the range is realistic, whether it's saying 50 meters. Now keep in mind with these little micro nanos, or these little nanos, that's about as far as you're going to be able to see it and effectively control it. So 50 meters is no big deal. Let's try flips. Nice flipper. Gonna do barrel rolls? Oh yeah. Let's try that. I come in this way. It'll do barrel rolls too. That means it has momentum. It maintains its momentum. I'm sorry. Be careful doing this forward. I was doing forward movement, getting momentum, and then doing a flip. It'll do multiple flips sometimes, obviously, there, as I saw that time. So let's be careful with that. If you're going to do flips with this, maybe just steady, nice, steady flips like that. Does it very nicely. So this is a real nice flyer. And reasonably priced. I like this one. This is the Q272 from WLToys. WLToys, I know they get knocked on for putting out rip-offs, but when they do put out a rip-off, it's usually a very good flyer. Case in point, the old V212 and V222 were rip-offs of an older quadcopter, but they're damn good flyers. I still fly mine today, in fact. My old WLToys V222 and 212. So this is a good quadcopter. We're going to fly it until the battery dies just to see what its flight time is. Now, it does have its own encased battery in it, which means you can't do multiple flights out in the field. You're going to have to recharge this after a flight. But as you can see here, this gives you a reasonable time with that battery. I'm enjoying this little quadcopter, or little Hexacopter. I always have a hard time discerning quadcopters and hexacopters because I do so many reviews of quadcopters, and it just gets hard switching gears. I'll just keep flying it until the battery dies. But see what I mean about the throttle? You can maintain elevation with this very nicely and easily, and as I'm talking about that, the battery dies. So that's the flight time of this quadcopter. So what are my thoughts on this? Overall, the WLToys Q272, yeah, I like it. It's a buy. Yeah, I recommend it. Great little flyer. If you're into hexies and you want a hexie, one of these little nano hexies, this is a good one to get. Q272. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This quadcopter. Oh, I forgot to demonstrate headless mode. I'm sorry about that, folks. Maybe in a future flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.